Well, hello, shell buddies, and welcome back to the echouebijoux channel. This week we have a really special treat for you. Did you know some of the coolest shells that you can get in Florida have been around for millions of years? Florida is a wonderland for fossil hunters, and today we're going to explore that a little more by finding not only shark's teeth, but fossil shells. Let's get into it. Look at that one. Wow. Ooh. Hello, beautiful. Look at that. Pliocene age banded tulip and a whopper. A large swath of Florida is known as Bone Valley. That's because we have fossils from all sorts of periods around here. Now, typically when you think Florida, you don't think T-Rex, because we don't have that here. Our state went under and above water a number of times and isn't quite as old as those kind of fossils. But our area is loaded with all kinds of incredible stuff that goes all the way back to the Pliocene Epoch. Fossilized echinoids, of course fossil shark's teeth, bones from things from the Ice Age, shells from the Ice Age and previous, Pliocene, Pleistocene. So we have a lot of really cool stuff here. Today we're going to get out in there, get in the dirt, and go look for some old stuff. We started our day off at Venice, thinking since we've had luck there at Casperson a number of times that we would have some more. Only it was slammed. We could barely even get a place to park. After struggling for about 25 minutes, really not finding much, we decided to head southward and hit Manasota Key. Alright, we tried to start out at Venice today. It was crowded, we weren't finding anything. We switched beaches to Manasota and we've already picked up 3 teeth. So we feel like we're going to do better here. It's a little less crowded, a little more stuff to look at. Hey!
Okay.
Oh, no! And is that one too? Oh, that's a blade off of one. And there's one right there. And that's a nice one. Super cute. Alright, we're already doing way better than we did in Venice. Now, Venice is known as the shark tooth capital, but because of that nickname, it gets all of the pressure for shark toothing. And a lot of times we'll go there and we haven't had much luck. Here in Manasota, things are a little different. They're not nearly as crowded. It's not as well known. But we still find loads of stuff. Oh, there's a tooth too. Red and black one, cool. The old adage goes that shells will shells will roll and teeth will tumble. There's a nice one right there. Awesome. Look at this one, babe.
Cool.
Oh, there's one right there. Awesome.
Well, I like this.
Well, let's go down a little further and get ourselves a spot to set up and go nuts. Since we're finding them such more readily here, that feels like bone. I don't know what that is. It is bone. There's one. Oh, John's got one too. Right on. Oh gosh, there's one right there in the surf behind me. That's a little shark's tooth. Don't let that short tooth and broad root fool you. They aren't all long and pointy. Oh wow, look at that. Another one right there. Slightly broken root. Super cool. Gotcha. Hello, tiny tooth. Oh my gosh, the sand and everything in here is full of them. Oh, there's one. There's loads of micro ones in here. Alright, my battery died. We've already found about 15 teeth. Changed batteries, just found a spot to set up. Now, I haven't had to look very hard. They've been on the surface here, so I don't think I'm gonna have to do too much to find them. I'm gonna flip over a couple of shovelfuls of this stuff and see what happens with the waves. Let's see. There's a stingray mouth plate. And there's a tiny tooth right here. Now, hard to see with the sand all on them, but there we go. This is what we're looking for. Now, a lot of people will not bother with teeth this size, but I love them. We put them in little bottles and jars, shadow boxes, and ornaments. I love tiny teeth. They're so stinking cute. Huh? Flipped over some dirt. There's one right there. Oh, there's one down there in front of me. Look at that. Nice red band on that too. That's really cool. I like that one. Yeah, you're doing good too, babe. Hey, that one's really sharp and nice. That one there.
Yep.
What's that? Lemon, maybe?
Yep.
I know we had looked for low tide, thinking we could hit the shelf a little bit and see what was in it, but I'm starting to think maybe high tide is a better time for this. Yeah, I know. It's like quicksand over here. Now, as we're here, the tide should be going down. Here at this location, it was low this morning at 5 a.m. and it's about 11 a.m. now. So we should catch the high tide and then it'll turn around and we'll get it on the way out. There's a little tooth. How cute is that? Ooh, this is fun. We're having way more fun here than we did at Venice. Oh, there's one too. A lot of folks will just walk the beach and find them. Others will take the sand rakes and the sifters and sift for the bigger stuff. We tend to kind of walk the beach at the rack and look through the shells because they're always mixed in with the shells. Always at this beach. Alright, for giggles, I'm going to throw some of this bigger stuff up there and let the waves wash it out. Good. Actually, I could just sift with this right down here too. I got this at the dollar store. I don't know if this is a cat litter scoop or a pasta scoop. I'm not sure. But it works great for coming down here. As you can see, I just found another tooth right there. Now, we have the rakes and the sifters, but they're heavy and it's a lot of work. And we really do better this way. There's one right there. That's the root and that's the blade of the tooth right here. And that's the blade off of another one that tried to escape past me. There's a stingray barb. Very cool. So there's all kinds of nifty stuff on this beach. Ooh. Oh, no, no. I lost it. There was a tooth there. Ah. All right, the bigger pieces of stuff, where theoretically the bigger things would be, well, here behind me in the water still. Let's see if we see anything in here. If I do, I'm gonna have to be really fast, or bring it up on the shore and see what washes out. Wow! one there. And there's one there. Oh, no, just a piece of bone. That guy's one. Awesome. That's a stingray barb there. Awesome. Let's point off of one. Not doing too bad so far. A good little handful of them. Now down there is what we would call the shelf. And this is just a big pile of shells and chunky stuff. I've already sunk down. My toes are buried by it. And when I step down there, it's about a foot and a half deep, 2 feet deep. But that's where we do a lot of scooping from if you were to sift for things. People get into that little edge right there with their rake, scoop that dark colored material up onto the sifters or whatever. Well, for me, since that's a lot of work, I like coming and flinging that stuff up on the shoreline and letting the water wash it out. Now in the state of Florida, if you want to fossil hunt for anything besides shark teeth or marine animals, you have to have a permit. It costs you $5. It's not a lot. That's a tooth right there. That's the blade of it. Now those same rules don't apply to invertebrates. Meaning your shark's teeth and stuff like that. You don't need a fossil permit for that. But we have them. We already have our fossil permits. So, but I will go ahead and put some information in the description about a link to where you can go get one if you're interested in picking up more than teeth, because usually I am. Now stingray malplays, pufferfish malplays, stuff like that, that doesn't count. There's one. A little shark tooth right there. Over that way, I don't know if you can see this, I'll try to zoom it in, but beyond that buoy, see there's a red and white flag there? That's guys that are diving for them. The water's probably 15-ish, 20-ish feet probably over there, maybe a little deeper. Every time a wave comes, I just look and see if anything got rinsed out of there. There's one. Well, I guess John's continuing northward, so I guess I better pick my stuff up and go join up with him. Well, let's take a look at that cute little snaggletooth. That little tooth is actually from a tiger shark. Cool. Alright, well he's not turning around and he doesn't even realize I'm not with him, I guess. So, I guess. Moving on up. These little guys, aren't they cute? I guess it's a good thing I moved. There's one right there. Oh, hey, little friend. You're a cutie pie. Take that little guy for sure. And that one was just washed in. one. And that's one too. A lot of people believe that they're only just black, but they aren't. They come in browns and reds and yellows. There's one there. Just rinsed in. We got 3 more to add to the jar. Ooh, that's cool. Lots of these today. Wow. One there, and there's one here.
What's it gonna look like?
How about you? Cool. Do what?
How about right there?
That works. I just need a place to dump my bag and my shoes.
Oh, don't move, don't move, don't move.
Was my foot on one?
Oh, man.
My foot was on a nice one. There's one there. That's a blade of something, but I don't know what. That's tore up. I got this one.
Cool.
That's a piece of bone from something. It looks like enamel off of a larger tooth or tusk. That's actually kind of cool.
I ain't just picking up the bone.
No idea what that is. Rib maybe? No clue. But that looks like tooth enamel. That's pretty cool. It's nice when they're wet though and the sun shines on them and they're all shiny. It helps you find them. Look there's another one right up here. Right here. And there's a little baby one. So yeah, this high rack line kind of got it going on. What is that? Oh, nice. Let's see if that produces anything. Ooh, absolutely. There's one right there. Nice. There's one there. Hey there, tiny tooth. Hi. Now you guys have seen this jar 1,000 times probably at this point. This is a little jar that I get from Shark Frenzy. They're this cute little family-owned business here in Venice, and they have Shark Frenzy and Fossil Frenzy. They sell the sifters and the rakes and these little containers, all kinds of really, really cool stuff. This is by far my favorite thing for tinies and shark's teeth. Absolutely love this little container. Look at these waves coming in. Oh, I would love to have my snorkel mask right now. Get past where these crazy waves are. Get underneath. There's loads of stuff in there. I'm not sure if it's going to show on camera. But there's ripples in the bottom where it goes down and comes up, goes down and comes up. Those little valleys are always full of stuff, bone and teeth and all kinds of stuff. Oh, don't run away! Ha ha ha! Nice one.
Ooh.
Kind of pretty with that red and yellow.
Real nice.
That's a good one. Oh, one just got washed. There it is. Hey, hey, hey. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. This is so fun. There's a bunch of people over there. There's just as many people here like swimming as shark tooth hunting, and it's a fraction of the people that were up at Venice at Casperson. And you can tell the difference because already we've been finding way more than we were there. Look at that. Listen, part of the root, but that's a cool tooth. And the way this works is this is the root right here, and then this is the blade of the tooth right here. It's a mouth plate from a pufferfish. Look at those cool stripes. Isn't that awesome? It's like a little grinding plate. These are ridges, and you can feel them. And it gets the food there and does this, and that's how it chews up its stuff. Super cool. And going in the jar. There's one. Ooh. Just a little guy. Look at that. The little brown one. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Nice. There's literally millions of these things here on this beach, so if you lose one, I'm sure you'll find another. What a cutie with that red. Love it. There's one. There's another. I'm not doing bad with my little fling and rinse method here.
No, I know, but up that way it's pretty dry. I picked up more walking back to you.
Oh, so there's not as many that way, you're saying?
No.
Okay,
No.
gotcha. John's got a pretty good collection going so far. I'm not doing bad either.
Oh no, you got some nice big ones. I don't have any big ones.
I do good with that whole fling and rinse thing. I get slightly bigger ones out of the shelf material. Yikes. Alright, I just got salt water in my eyes, on my glasses, and probably on the camera. There we go, 3 more. I just got clocked in the side of the head with a wave splash, so I'm going to sit down and dry my glasses and my camera off, and take a break for a minute. Well, there's not much in the shell bag, because we're not showing. But tooth-wise, we're doing all right. John's got even more in his container than I have in mine. We're gonna move our way back down the beach because we were picking them up in the surf line just like crazy on the way to where we're sitting. So we'll go a little further down, see what else we find. All right, let's meander, babe. I need to move around a little bit. I can't just stand bend over. Yeah, I know. I was hunched over and flinging stuff and looking and flinging stuff and looking. The tide's on the way back down. Yeah. I swear that hour while it's still the last part of where the tide's coming up is when we do the best. At least for shark toothing. It's the opposite in shelling, but I like being right here, because if there's any in the water, I can see them. Like that guy. Wow. That was good timing. Mercy. I almost missed them. How cute. Hey, that's a nice one, babe. Right on. There's a tooth right there. Right on. Look at that one. Wow. Yeah, this worked out better coming to here. We should have just come here instead of going to Casperson. I really thought that tide was going to mess us up, but honestly, I think it helped us. Look at this one. Oh, the root's broken, but that's still a cool one. Awesome. What you got? Oh yeah, and a nice little baby Meg. Is it? From back here, the shape looked good. That's one though. I'll take that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one right here, right in front. So cool. And it's a cutie. Nice. And the waves are just pushing them in. What a gorgeous day. It's gotten quite a bit more crowded since we arrived too. Ooh. Hello, beautiful.
Ooh, pretty.
That's a nice one with the tan. That's cool. Show that little guy off with that nice tan and that orangish red in there. Gray. That's awesome. And that's the thing. They're not always just black. They come in all kinds of colors. I just saw one going down the beach back into the water. They're literally everywhere here.
Yeah, that water is like a bathtub.
It is so nice. There's one right there. Little broken blade off of one. John's got one too. Not doing too shabby, baby. Yep, last one. Oh, I just saw one. There. Nice. Hey there, cutie patootie. Little shark tooth. I love that the sun's out so I can see things better. Now we just gotta find something to see. Nope, just fussy. There's a teeny little itty bitty one. That's a micro tooth from a baby shark. Do. Nice. I think your foot might be on one. Oh. Yep, that's a blade. I mean, you can tell people come here to go sharking. Look at this. Look at all the people in the water with the sifters and looking. Everybody's out here shark tooth hunting. Just pulled this guy off the beach. Just got this one off the beach. After I picked this one up, right where we came on the beach here, just got another little blade off of a tooth. That's going to be the last thing we pick up here today at Manasota Key Beach. What a fun outing. Man, should have just come here first instead of going to Casperson. So definitely not as crowded as Casperson, but people are in the know and here to get teeth too. Well, we had an exciting morning finding shark teeth here on Manasota Key Beach. I'm going to take off and go get some food. Wow. That was fun over at Manasota. After a rough start at Casperson, not finding much, we did really well in the shark tooth department, but we weren't quite done yet. When we left the beach, we headed over to the home of a friend of ours down there. And for privacy purposes, I won't divulge where exactly we were, just to say that we were in Sarasota County, and our friend just had a house built in a new development, and there were piles, and I do mean piles, of all sorts of dirt that were not just from the surface, but it had been dug down up to over 40 feet deep in this little development area where they're at. When you go that deep around here, you know what you hit? All kinds of fossils. All right, you guys, time to geek out with a knowledge drop. So let me set the stage here a little bit for you so you understand a little better about why this happens. Take a look at this map from the Climate Science Institute. You can see on the left, the center, and the far right, we have three very different looking water levels. The first one on the left is way before the glaciation period. That was what they call past interglacial period, and look how deep the water was. Barely any of Florida showing. Which, by the way, Florida's bedrock is about the same age as the rest of North America's, but it wasn't actually above water until about the Eocene. So probably about 50, 60 million years or so ago. All right, back to our map here. Take a look at the middle. During the periods of glaciation, look how far out that coastline is. Florida was huge. Man, the land developers would have liked to have had their hands on that, I'm sure. Take a look at C, that is present day, but it illustrates for you that the waterline used to be 100 miles away from where the coast sits now. Now, I know they talk a lot about global warming and sea level rise, but I think it's very important to understand that in context of past history and realize that these water levels changed long before man ever had a thing to do with anything on this planet. So it's pretty interesting to see this and know that there used to be no Tampa Bay or Sarasota. And due to fluctuations in the sea level over time, Florida has actually been above and below water at least 4 times that they are aware of studying the geologic history of this state. It's why we have such rich beds of limestone around here and all kinds of crazy marine fossils. Now what that means is that Florida was actually a grassland savanna for a long while too. When those ocean levels had been lower, we had marshland and all kinds of large land mammals here. Camelids, mastodons, bisons, horses, all sorts of neat stuff. This book is actually a fantastic resource, Florida's Guide to Fossils, Location ID and Enjoyment. This book will show you where the different layers and levels of the age periods are for the state of Florida. Fantastic reference. This map of geological formations in Florida is from the book that I just showed you. And see all the rounded lines and all the crazy shapes specifically on this map? What it means is a different epoch or era for the formation of fossils in the region. So if you take a look where Tampa Bay would be, where the little Pinellas Point there is sticking out, you can see that and just below there, Manatee, Sarasota County, those are going to all be Miocene. But around us, we also have Pliocene, Pleistocene, Holocene, which is considered recent time, like, fairly recent, considering geological history. But north of us, we also have a Oligocene and Eocene. Actually, last year when John and I went and mined Brooksville, Brooksville and Center Hill, we went to 2 eras, 2 epochs, if you will. One of those mines was more Oligocene, one was more Eocene. So we found different ages, different things, different shells, different critters in both of those different trips. All of these areas will have not only your old stuff, but remember, the state's been under and above water a couple of times. You may find some fairly recent stuff on top of a layer that 25 million year old stuff comes out of. That's because things have been under and above water a number of times here, and we have differences in elevation that also make that possible. For a little more context about this, take a look at this website, the Tampa Bay Fossil Club website. It explains the prehistory of Florida. For example, did you know that there was a rift that went through South Carolina, Georgia, and all the way to the Apalachicola River in Florida? Had that rift continued, Florida might not even be part of North America. So that's kind of interesting to note. But we see a lot of really same age and a little bit older fossil shark teeth come out of Charleston area, actually. Sea angustodons. Check it out and look them up. You'll be very impressed to see that was a megalodon forerunner, not megalodon itself. When we speak in terms of epoch, we're talking about geologic age, okay? So let's talk about those a little bit. The Holocene is going to be recent to about 10,000 years ago, roughly Ice Age-ish or so. The Pleistocene is going to be from that point back to 1.8 million years old. The Pliocene is 1.8 to 5.3 million years old. The Miocene, 5.3 to 23 million years old. That's where you find Megalodon. The Oligocene is 23 to 34 million years old, and Eocene, 34 to 56 million years old. That's where you find C. angustidens shark's teeth. Now, folks hunting fossils here in Florida also refer to things in terms of formations. Not only do they tie to particular times, but in particular formations at particular times. Sometimes a certain creature is only found at that time in that formation. So it helps you kind of gauge how old things are around it too. For example, we know Fort Thompson Formation, less than 125,000 years old. Vermont, mid-Pleistocene. Caloosahatchee, Pliopleistocene. And then the Tamiami Formation, including the Pinecrest beds, would be Pliocene age and range. And to give you an example of what I mean by a critter only being found in a certain time and a certain formation, a great example of that is going to be the Niso-Wilcoxiana, which we're going to see here in a little bit. Those are only found in Pliocene, only in the Caloosahatchee beds, in the Caloosahatchee Formation. So that's an example of what you can use as an index. Now that you have a little more information and context about Florida's geology and history, let's get out there and go find some cool stuff. Fossils and more fossils. A white-crested talon, what is that doing in here? What the heck? Look at these bubbles, they're huge. So are those massive monster clams. There's a cute little whelk. Nice little whelk fossil there. These bubbles are everywhere and they're enormous. They're just enormous. And I can't believe I got a crested talon. Good gosh. That was unexpected. Look at this. That is a pear whelk. How very nice. Ah, cool. And boy, there's just chunks of bone in this stuff too. I bet there's teeth in here. There's gotta be. Interesting. These bubbles are like everywhere. Look at them, look at them all, look at them. Look at the size of that crested talon there. Holy smokes. Wow. You gotta be kidding me. These guys. Big old sun rays that are gotten broken. Look at that. Hinged broad-ribbed cardita fossil. That's cool. Nifty, nifty. Too bad the Venus clams are broken. Good heavens. That's another crested talon right there. That's maybe the biggest one I've ever seen. Three of them in one spot. And a fossil pile of all the places. Huh. Looks like a cockle of some sort. Not modern, that's for sure. Almost looks like a yellow cockle. The size of those clams are like the size of your face. Wow. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles all over. That looks like a piece of a whelk. Huh. Yep, that guy's broke too. Definitely chunks of phosphate and bone stuff all over the place in here. This is wild. Look at this little tiny guy. Look at the little pointed Venus. Gosh, these bubbles are all over. Neat. Look there. Little baby Venus clam. Pattern long gone. Way too old for that. Limestone rock and sand stuck in the back of it. Yeah, that's awesome. Look at this. These tulips are beautiful. Oops.
Drop the bubble here, baby.
Drop the bubble. Holy moly. Really nice tulips. Wow. Nice moon snail too. Golly. Dropping the fossils. We got so many right now. Nice pear walk. Lightning walk. Another lightning walk. Man, the spikes on these crown conch fossils are ridiculous. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, I gotta unlock so you can get the screwdriver. Seriously? Are we shelling with a screwdriver? That's what happens when you fossil hunt. I was trying to stand by it.
Okay, I'm sorry. You were over here.
I think it's just a piece. I don't think it's whole. But we'll see. Look at this guy. Well, I don't think you did. because he's right here. Look at the size of that. That's a banded. Look at that. Pleistocene age banded tulip and a whopper. Wow. Cool. Look at that little dosinia. That's so pretty. Big old Visicon. What's left of it? Oh gosh. Don't move, don't move. Pull forward. I think that's a razor clam. That is. It's not a razor clam, it's a Stautegelus. Fossil Stautegelus. That's cool. Boy, look at that. Look at the color. Mm-hmm. That's the back end of a Venus clam.
There are some deals.
I said baby whelk. This is just a little cutie pie baby whelk. You're so adorable. Look at you. You're cute. Dang.
I'm proud of that.
Big old piece of bone. There you go. Alright, so if there's big pieces of bone in here, there may be teeth too, because all this is all jumbled up. Hey.
Shark teeth?
I just pulled one. That's still pretty insane though. That's cool. Wait a minute, why is it jumbled? Okay, yeah, that's gonna need some explaining there also. I'm in no way a graphic artist or an illustrator, but I have this handy little diagram that I made to kind of explain how this would happen, that we're finding stuff that we know is only Pliocene or Pliopleistocene mixed in with stuff that we know is probably quite a bit older. So how does that happen? All right, let me get my trusty little drawing here, and I will explain that one briefly. Well, let's get it right side up first. All right, so as you dig a hole and go down, the most recent stuff's right here on the top. Then you hit the older stuff, then older, and further down you go, the older some of the stuff you'll find is. But as you're removing it, you take this and you go over here and dump it. And then this and you dump it on top. And then this, dump it on top of that. And then this, and dump it up top there. Now it rains. Water washes away the sand and things that are in between, and things start falling out and they fall down the hill, down here. And that is how you get a bunch of stuff all jumbled up together, where you wouldn't think you'd be finding things so much older than some of the other things that you're finding. Now that diagram is just like a very bare bones minimum explanation to oversimplify things so that you kind of understand that concept. I'm not saying that's exactly what happened at this spot we were at, but we know they went down quite a ways, and that would get them past the Pleistocene stuff in most cases. Did we hit all the way to Miocene? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe what we have is a slightly more modern couple of shark's teeth. What would indicate what's going on for sure is if I knew exactly what the tooth was and can ID it and know when that age range that was alive. And in the meantime, we are finding shells that we know are only Pliocene, Pliopleistocene, or Pleistocene. So that helps sort of set the age for the stuff that we can say definitively we know it's at least that old, because those shells that we're finding that only come from the Pliocene can be used as what's called an indicator or index fossil. Okay, now that we explained that, let's get back out and find some more fun stuff. Golly, I think that's like the biggest one I've picked up yet. That's a bubble. Do you see it?
Yep.
There's a little tulip right there, and that's another crested talon right there.
Yeah, well, guess what I just picked up?
What did you just pick up? There's a cone. Ah! Funness. Okay, this is cool. Oh gosh, I must have 20 of those already. They're everywhere. Oh, that's okay, he can stay. What's that though?
Look at that bubble right there.
There's another crested talon, a huge one, a Venus clam, and there's a moon snail. Look at that. And a shark's tooth. Wow. You know, for not being close to the water, we're not doing too bad. This is crazy fun. Yeah, these monster bubbles are everywhere. Can I see that screwdriver a second? I think I got a cardita over here. Oh, look, there's a baby cone. Ah! All right, where'd you go? What did I think you were? There you are. Yeah, here's one too. And there's that broadrib cardita. Wow. Alright, this is like crazy fun. Yep.
Oh, never mind, it just popped out.
What was it? How about this? And this?
Yeah, oh, bubble's gone. It was colored.
Well, that's okay, I just picked one of those guys up. These are lovely. And there's an auger right by you and a whelk right by me. There's
The whelk is rough.
the whelk. He's actually not that bad, John. He's in one piece. And then here's the auger. There's a cone.
Here's the whelk.
Well, it's a different whelk. It's a pear instead of a lightning. Super fun. Hey, honey, how about that one over there? And the two others that are on the ground by it. Alright, there's a whelk here. There's a whelk here. There's a crown conch here. There's a strombus right there. Wow, a monster stromby too. Look at him. Golly. You gotta be kidding me. And a moon? Look at that. Gosh. Cool, so this is our first fossil fighting conch. This guy's name is actually Strombus alatus. Well, this is so cool. Get these guys picked up and put in the bag. Won't be long, we'll have a bag full. Alright, cardita. And a nice one. Wow. Another guy up here. Jeez. These look to be two different kinds almost, maybe. This guy's pretty narrow. Look him up in the book. Get home. Meantime, I'm going to take a hinged sunray Venus. That's amazing. Awesome. There's another one of those stout Seashells shells. Oh no, it broke. Look, there's the Stein card of it right there. Oh, bummer, I broke it though. Man. There's a couple nice conchs actually. This guy here, and then this one up here, and there is another stout Seashells.
Oh, tulip.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, right up there. Yep, right in front of me. Right there. Hello, tulip.
Oh my gosh. Give me the screwdriver.
You bet.
Oh God.
I see it. I see the walk. And there's a cone on there. Don't go crazy. Get me that cone too. See it?
Yep.
Mama likes the cones.
And John likes the oaks.
Yes, he does. You have to work for that one.
Yep, I do.
Well, I'm gonna back up and get out of your way so I don't get elbowed. And put these cute littles in the tiny jar.
Hole, please.
Is it whole? Oh, wow, wow, wow.
That's all there was.
Bummer.
It was pretty.
He was. He had some kind of cool coloring on him.
You want to take them?
Nah, we got a lot of broken ones already in the flower beds. But we'll take these guys because these are all in one piece. A pear whelk, a lightning whelk, a moon snail, another lightning whelk, and a tulip. Sweet. What's this guy? Oh, that is like the biggest crossbar Venus shell I've ever seen. That's from a crossbar Venus. Look at the size of that beast. That's amazing. And another of the little stout Seashells guys. Can't believe I'm finding these. I never find them on the beach, but in a pile of fossils, there you go. What do we got here? Oh, broken fighting conch, really broken. Wow, yeah. Look at the size of these damn things. Huge.
It's probably the best.
Huge.
Well, it's awesome. Color-wise.
He does still have some striping on him. Wonder what it'll look like if we acid magic that guy and clean him up. We should acid magic that and clean it up. See how it comes out. Oh, there's another stout Seashells. And oh, there's a heartbreaker. Broken crown conch. Oh wow, I think that's a pointed Venus. That's nifty. Really nifty. He almost looks like a crossbar Venus, except when you flip it over, the shell is all there, it's complete. And there's part of that little foot part of the shell that sticks out. Oh, what? Look at these! Oh my gosh. They're NASA's, but they're huge. And that's an auger, and it's microscopic. That too, that's a little turbinella. Oh my. Old fossil barnacle. Oh my gosh. There's another little auger. Oh my gosh. Okay, I am officially excited. Look at these guys. They're bruised, well, like bruised or white Nassau, but the fossil version of it. And significantly larger than they come. I mean, wow. How amazing. See a fighting conch up ahead. Ouch. Right there. Awesome. Really nice one. Cute. There's a stout Seashells that'll make up for the one I couldn't get earlier. The one that was really easy to get. Nice. Oh, and it's hinged pear. What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's just fossils everywhere I look. Oh my gosh. Is that another crested? It's the biggest one yet. Crested talon. Fabulous. Fabulous shell. Wow. Look at this guy. There's a little moon. Hi, little moon snail. And there's that guy there too, which looks like a sunray Venus. Pretty buried though. I don't think I'm gonna get that out. It's much more satisfying to just grab them without having to do any work. What do we got here? There's a Sunray Venus, though. That's a cute one. Let's get him in the sun. Look at that. That moon is like pristine. Still has its little tiny bump there. Wow. That's a nice ground conch. Wow. We're finding some really cool stuff. Let's see. Oh, he does have some kind of discoloration going.
Does have some damage.
Yeah, he's a little chipped up. That's alright, we won't hold it against him. Hey, there's a nice little whelk in front of me. A couple of them, actually. Babe, I'm gonna need that screwdriver.
Here. In my hand waiting for you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna pick this tulip up. It's right here.
Alright, well, I'm gonna get this little whelk, or whatever it is. There we go. And this one, too. Oh, this one's broken, though. I could see it crack. Could see it crack when I lifted. I might be able to repair it, maybe. Look at these. Dang. Oh look, it's another one of those Nassau's. Yeah, I found 2 of them already. And a cone. And another Stoutagulus. And ooh, that looks like a ribbed cantharus, fossil ribbed cantharus. Well, it looked like a ribbed cantharus, but it actually is part of the Muricidae family. This is a mauve-mouthed drill, believe it or not, a fossil mauve-mouthed drill. Awesome. Oh, this is too fun. I'm in like this little tiny zone. Look at this little guy. So cute. Oh my gosh. And there's another one of those little guys right there. And holy cow, that looks like a little baby Marginella. It is. I just saw a little rice olive here somewhere too, a little dwarf olive. Look a little closer for it. There he is. Right there. And another Marginella. Hey, right on. Now what I thought was just a regular rice olive and Marginella were actually a couple of really rare finds. The small Marginellas, the really tiny one, that's a Marginella biloides, and that is extinct and only in the Pliocene to Pleistocene. Now, the other ones that I thought were regular Atlantic Marginellas, they're actually also extinct. This is Marginella oncadella, and those were only in the Pliocene, not in the Pleistocene. Has no living related kin. Neither one of them do, actually. So I'm super, super excited to have these cool little guys. How fun is this? There's an auger. And what looks to be a relative of the flyspeck cerith. Another one there. Yeah, there's some nice little tinies in this section here. Look at these guys. Oh, there's a different kind. That one's really shiny. That's awesome. The littles here are absolutely nutty. I mean, look at them. Look at them all. Better pick up the screwdriver so I don't forget it. Let's take a look at what we got here. Another Marginella. Some more turrets of some sort. That's actually just a piece of broken shell. There's a Nassau. Auger, another Nassau. Man, too cool. That is the teeniest, tiniest little cone. Oh, he's so cute. One of these things that looks like an auger but is really shiny. I'm gonna have to look that shell up. I know my regular shell's a little better than my fossils, so I have to take a look. But look, what kind of shape's it in? Oh, broken. Look at that. Look at that little marginella right there next to it with color in it. That's amazing. How cool. Hello, lightning whelk. Oh, wow. So straight and perfect. Wow. Very nice. I look down by my feet and there's another cutie pie little cone. And one of those Nassau's. Oh, his tip is missing, but he's got such a cool factor. I'm going to take it anyway. Oh, I got a nice moon. Yeah, he's in great shape. Wow. Super nice. Oh my god, you just almost stepped on another white crested talon. And oh my god, it's hinged. Wow. That's astonishing. Look at that. Amazing. Just amazing. Look at that. Another nice little pear whelk. Sweet. Alright, I left my water in the van. I'm overheating. My allergies are going crazy, so I guess that's the last thing I'm going to grab today. Very cool. What a fun fossil day! Oh, this was so great. Thank you so much for coming along on this adventure with us, and I really hope that you enjoyed this peek into the past of Florida's fossil history. So cool and so much neat stuff to do, see, and explore here that a lot of folks just don't know about. Next week, come on back and we'll have some actual creating for you this time. I've been promising one of those videos for a long time. If you want to get out and have some great fossil adventures and find some neat stuff here in the state of Florida, then you know what you need to do. Get out there and go shelling!